You said it, like what you do consistently is who you become.
Absolutely.
And like I really value that because I'm on a little fitness journey.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Man, come on.
I ain't. Y'all left me out the picture of the swole dudes at the
we all had
at the derbies
at the derbies
joint.
Suits.
I could cut my shirt off too. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Check-In. I am your host, NeAndre Broussard. I'm the founder and CEO of Black Menswear, and I got my guy John Gaines joining us here today. Man, we gonna talk about the layers. Y'all been tapping in this season. We talk about the layers of black men. We are peeling back the layers because what we realize is ain't nobody gonna check on us, so we're gonna check in on ourselves.
Come on now.
So from one black man to another man, I appreciate having you as a guest on this episode.
Yes, sir.
Now,
thank you for having me.
Every episode we open up, I ask this question because I want to hear what helps you go day to day, right?
Okay.
So what is one quote, one motivational statement that you've heard that has never left? That's one of the most important quotes or best quotes that you've ever heard in your life.
I think to keep it simple, you are what you consistently do. So, you're kind of defined by your habits. So the things that you consistently do, that'll represent you.
Man, is that from a perspective, like I can see that from gains by gains. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? I can see
sir.
how that makes sense.
Yeah.
How does that statement actually come through in the life that you live as somebody who's motivating people every day?
Yeah,
like, bro,
for
do
sure.
this. You got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this.
Yeah, well, I think even speaking to that, the gains by gains, I kind of ran from it from a while. I didn't really want to make a career out of fitness, but I've always been influencing in the space.
Yeah.
As an athlete, I've always helped people with their fitness,
Yeah.
but I kind of just had a passion for it, and it was just kind of, just something that I was accustomed to. But oftentimes those are the things that we're supposed to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's your purpose, and you're kind of running from it. So that was something I was consistently doing, and I would say ultimately it's kind of defined me.
Yeah. What for you, like, transition from athlete, not you're still as a coach, you're still an athlete in that space as a fitness coach, but like for you, like how was that transition? Is it tough to be like, damn, I can't play ball no more?
Man,
but
come on now.
yeah.
Like that first summer, when you're not going to camp.
Yeah.
That first fall when you're not strapping up, that first time you hear the national anthem and you're not holding your helmet in the air.
Yeah.
I still remember all those things. It's like you do it for so long.
Yeah.
I've been consistently every season playing from 9 to I went to about 26.
Yeah.
So that's, the majority of my life, that's all I knew. So I think it was a big transition period. And I had to really just reinvent myself. But even speaking to that, I didn't realize how many traits and, just things I was picking up in the pursuit of football and sports in general.
Right.
And it's really helped, just mold me as a businessman, as a friend, as a father, as, all these things. I didn't know how much I was actually learning until I took the time to look at it.
A lot of discipline. That's one of the things where, like, as a career perspective, a lot of people look for athletes and military veterans.
Yeah,
because
it takes a lot, man.
You have that discipline.
What?
Yeah.
It's not a choice. I think as an athlete, there's so much required of you, but if you take it serious while you're an athlete, you can do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I prided myself on always working hard, on always doing extra than what's told, of remaining coachable. I tell myself that today still. I don't care how, far I get in fitness. I don't care how big of a person I train or how many people I train. I'm always coachable. I'm always asking questions to other trainers or just paying attention, and that's in any space, not just fitness. So I think remaining coachable is a big thing that I've got from sports that took me, far in sports. That is translated to life. Yeah,
and that's a really big thing, and you being coachable only going to help you get better, short term, long term.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's also going to be like from a clientele space, right? How can you be the best for your clients? Mm-hmm. Well, if I'm getting better, only thing for them is to get better, right?
That's
only
it.
thing for them is to be able to because now I know how to pour into them better. Now I know how to bring the best out of them and bring the most out of them because I've been able to tap in and listen to other people. And like the thinking about like what you've built with Gains by Gains, it's not just a program. It's like a community that you're building around transformation of people and transforming themselves. Why is that important for you? And I asked that question, right? We think about the layers of Black men. That outer layer is extremely important. How you look, how you walk into a space, how you moving through a room, how people see you and perceive you. That physical appearance is really important. So like you as somebody that helps to chisel people, helps to build that frame. Why is that important to you to be in that space and help people in that regard?
Well, I think first and foremost, there's a certain level of confidence that comes with knowing the work that you put in. You know, if I've broken my body down and put in all this work in the gym, when I go outside and I see the product, you walk a little different. You know, you got a little different energy to you, and that's going to be felt for sure. You know, people, hey, you been working out? Like, what you do? You know, people going to feel you before, you know, the real transformation happens. So that's a big part of it. I've always told myself that I'm my business card. You know, in the fitness space or modeling or, you know, getting into acting and anything like that, I know that it's rooms that I'm not going to be able to speak in, but I can be seen, you know, and I think that's helped me stay consistent and carry myself a certain way for so long. You know, it's a lot of people that don't know me as not being fit. And it's a lot to that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you've never fallen off. You've never been this.
You're right.
That's hard to do.
That is.
You don't understand.
That is.
So, I think just striving to represent my best self at all times is motivating the people around me.
Have you seen, and you kind of alluded to that there's some rooms that you can be in and some rooms that you won't be in, but you've seen because of what I've done for my frame, what I've done for my appearance, what I've done for my personal, because it's like I say, it's more than just having the body. It's the man inside the body, but that confidence that you get. Have you seen doors open for you based
100%,
off of that?
100%. I mean, you know, it's a conversation starter. For sure, you know. I mean, I could have came in with the little cutoff and brought the arms out, but I
let the gun show be shown.
Cool, you know. But it's always, again, it opens the door. Now, obviously, you still got to walk in, and there has to be a man behind the muscle. You know, and I pride myself on that as well. That's just surface level. What's after that?
Correct.
You know, and I preach that to my clients as well.
Correct.
You know, gains mentality. We looking to make the workouts that we do in the gym translate to real life, all aspects. I want this to be hard, so when things get hard out there, you can handle it. You know how to respond when adversity hits and when the struggle is real. So that's my biggest thing I try and get through to my clients, because I know you're not going to be able to afford to train with me forever. It's not even realistic. And for me, I don't want you to.
Right. Because
I
my job.
I typically tell people, look, give me 3 months. And if you train with me after that, you just rock with me. Which is very likely. But at the end of the day, I want to give you the tools and prepare you to be able to keep going long after me.
That's actually an interesting perspective as like a business owner, because you realize, like, one, the relationship is good. So you're still here because it's a good relationship. But it's also like a space of, if you're here with me too long, that means I haven't done my job right.
That part.
Because why are you still struggling? Why can't you get through this yourself? Well, not get through this yourself, but why haven't you been able to build a foundation as a person to be able to say, oh, okay, I got it. Let me go and not have to lean on John to get me through it and motivate me through it.
And like I said, for the most part, you know, those relationships remain because of the foundation you've built and because it's genuine. You know, when you really care and you build a true relationship, that's when the referrals come. If you got to go, you probably going to bring me 3 or 4 people. So I think keeping that and staying genuine to it is why I'm able to continue to grow.
Okay. No, that referrals are the best source in business.
Come on now.
Yeah. And, you know, like you say, being your own billboard, people can see the product. It's like, okay. And it's for all my entrepreneurs out there. If people can't see the product, how hard is it to sell them on? I run a fitness program, but you look like,
And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of knowledgeable people, okay? But you're going to gravitate to someone you want to look like. Or someone that, before I say anything, I know you know something. I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
right.
I don't
I
know
can
if
see
it's
it. I
even
can
for
see-
me.
yeah, yeah.
But you got something.
Yeah,
Let me just
facts,
go see.
facts,
You know. So
facts.
then that's when you do your research and have your credibility and your knowledge to be able to help people
Yeah.
after that. But yeah, there's definitely advantages to looking the part.
Would you say, and I'm talking about this top layer, right? This layer of outward. Would you say that as a black man, it is extremely important for us to be, and I don't want to say this as like what's the word, like trying to fit in, but how important is it for us to be able to enter a room and have heads turned? Like, oh, well, who's this?
Yeah.
Who's this man?
And for the right reasons.
Yeah, for the right. Yeah,
Yeah,
correct,
yeah,
correct,
for
correct.
sure, for sure. They typically turn in anyway because that's who we are.
Yeah.
But I feel like what it speaks to when you have a physical presence is the care that you have for yourself.
That's good.
And
That's good.
people are going to turn heads because of the energy they feel from you.
Yeah,
Like I said, the work that you've put in. You feel good.
yeah,
Like, why is he smiling? Why is he so happy? Like, because he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
He's taking his health serious, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Like, he's feeding himself
Yeah.
the right things.
Yeah.
And that's why when you walk in the room, it's felt on top of the physical appearance.
I think one of the things about like physical appearance and starting, like somebody starting a journey, is that you got to think about incremental
Yeah.
progress, right?
Yeah.
You talk about that a lot. Incremental
Yeah.
progress. You can't go from A to Z
Right.
overnight.
100%.
You got to go through A to B and C and D and go through the
Yeah.
steps. Like, why is that important for people to understand that life is a journey, fitness is a journey, versus I'm gonna get the results tomorrow?
You know what? Because you could swipe to the before and after. So it makes it seem like it's easy.
True.
You can,
Yeah.
social
True.
media has microwaved everything.
Yeah.
You can scroll and see all these transformations and all these things, but you're always only seeing the final product, and sometimes you're being sold things that aren't real. Sometimes people are doing more than what they're telling you. Most times they are, regardless. You're only seeing a fraction.
Yeah.
That little bit of the workout you see me
Yeah.
do, I was working out for an hour before that.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
don't think this all it takes.
Right.
There's 23 other hours of the day that I have to make decisions that are going to get me there. So speaking to the process, I like to preach, to my clients to meet yourself where you are. And you have to take those small steps, but celebrate the wins along the way. Because if you only focus on, I want to be down 100 pounds, you're going to get discouraged.
Yeah.
You're going to fall into old habits. Every small thing that goes wrong is going to feel a lot bigger than it really is because you're focusing too far. But if you know, okay, I only got to take 3 steps, maybe I tripped a little bit, but them 3 not too far. I can
Right.
still
I
get
can still-
there
yeah,
and feel some
yeah.
accomplishment and keep taking steps.
Yeah.
But if you want to take 100, it's going to feel a lot harder.
Yeah.
And it's easy to get discouraged. So, yeah, I'm real big on meeting yourself where you are, celebrating wins along the way, and just chasing gains in all that you do.
Yeah.
That's it. Gains, progress.
Yeah. Progress.
And it can be small. It can be real small. You move 5 more pounds in your workout today. That's a win. I'm
Right.
clapping
Right,
for
right,
you.
right.
What? We
Right.
did that.
Right.
And you have to just fall in love with that, because you also got to think about you're trying to make 30 days transformation over 30 years of bullshit.
Yeah.
Can I say bullshit?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
30 years of bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not going to be quick.
Right.
Yeah, you may have committed for that 6-week program and you lost the weight for your wedding or for your photo shoot or whatever. You dropped 30 pounds because you was only eating watermelon for 30 days.
Yeah.
Cool. That you're not going to do that the rest of your life.
Right.
So it's not sustainable. So what are the habits we're developing to where you can sustain this long term?
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. You can make a transformation in 6 weeks. You absolutely can. Can you sustain it?
That's the tough part.
I've been looking like this for 15 years.
Yeah.
Because of habits, not because of, challenges.
Yeah. Habits.
So, yeah.
Habits, the consistency. You said it, like what you do consistently is who you become.
Who you become. Absolutely.
And like I really value that because I'm on a little fitness journey.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
man, come on.
I y'all left me out the picture of the swole dudes at the
we all had cutoffs
derbies
on
at the
under
derbies,
the,
joint. I
suits.
could cut my shirt off too, but that is one of those things where like you see the progress and you see like that's one of the things for me. It's like, oh, this is, and like I'm a smaller framed guy already.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
Now, daddy weight and all that stuff kind of on there. And so now it's becoming this thing of mentally for me, I've always wanted, let me get to this weight. And then like I go through a program, I'm like, actually I don't want to get to that weight. Because if I get that weight, I'm going to be heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
The weight that I am, it's like, shoot, okay, you got a little motion up in here, your abs showing, like all these kind of things that you feel good, you feel healthy.
You feel good.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
That's important.
Yeah,
how you
especially
feel.
like if I have someone super overweight, I'm going to say, you're going to feel better getting out of bed. I had a client, she would have to walk her daughter upstairs every day. It was a hassle.
Mm-hmm.
A couple weeks later, she's like, I wasn't breathing hard at the stairs today.
Yeah.
I said, that's it. Got your ass.
That's the win right there. That's the win. That's the progress.
That's it.
Fact.
Those are the things we focus on because you see yourself every day and you're going to be your biggest critic.
Yeah.
It's going to take a long time before. Most times you're not even going to give yourself credit unless you look back at the photo and you're like, oh, wow, that was me. I thought I was already here. No. But those small things you got to pay attention to because you deserve to celebrate them.
Yeah.
That's progress. That's gains.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
Get these gains, baby.
Come on.
Yeah.
All day.
So when you think about that, like that's the outer going into the inner. But how do you help your client stay mentally strong? Because like you say, sometimes you get there and it's like, this ain't working for me. It is working. But you're thinking about the end result. Like, how do you help them stay motivated mentally so that way they can, get to that goal or next phase of because they don't lose themselves along the way?
I think it's very important to take those steps one at a time. And that from a fitness perspective, that comes through like the programming. It's my job to set you up to win because all we're doing is chasing wins in everything. And the more wins we make, the faster our progress will be. But if I'm doing workouts that are too hard, a diet that's too tough, and you're not able to stick to either one, we're not winning. Yeah. So I think I try and flip your mindset to we're just chasing wins. Like I said, we went up 2.5 pounds today on this. Right. It's my job to know that last week we were 2.5 pounds down, and I'm gonna tell you. Yep. Like, hey, guess what? Last week we did this. Yeah. Think about how you were breathing or how you were feeling. You see how you feeling today? Yeah. That's progress. Yeah. Because there's going to be plateaus and moments where the scale's not going to move. Right. Where you're not going to notice in the mirror. Right. Where you're not going to see the weight move as fast. Somewhere progress is happening, though, and it's my job to find out where it is so I keep you in a space of winning and chasing those wins and keeping your confidence up. No, that's a good mentality, and that's actually a good leader in that regard because it's like in the space that you're in, you're leading people. 100%. Leading them. You're not just training them. You're leading them to become better. Like you said, better in this regard, so that way it translates to the rest of their life. Yeah. Going a deeper layer, right? So mentally they're there. I'm gonna skip to the core, right? So the core layer that we look at for us as Black men is really like around our relationships, our community. And you are a girl dad. Yeah, yes, sir. Power to you. Yeah, I'm a boy dad, bro. I got a boy mom at the crib. My wife, nothing but guys, all testosterone in the house. Come on, man. But for you, like having a daughter, bro, like how did that change you? Because all my boys that have daughters, they're like, man, it does something for you. You have no choice. I even think about, if I'm blessed with a son one day, like, dang, would it be different in how I would parent? I think like having a girl first has like softened me in a lot of areas that I didn't even realize that I was like harder in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like she's like, she gonna get it every time. I'm sorry. Like she just, I don't care. It just, the level of patience that I have now, I feel like it's translated to other aspects of life. I've definitely benefited from that. Like I can just tolerate more because I'm a lot more detail oriented with her, and a lot more, teaching and all these small things. And I think, that's with a child in general, but with a girl, it's like, I really got to watch over you. You know, we're
Yeah,
natural
yeah,
protectors
right,
anyway, but a
right.
little girl?
Yeah,
Come on, fam.
yeah.
So, like, I'm,
yeah.
I'm crossing my T's and dotting my I's 3
Yeah,
times
for
just to
sure,
make
for
sure
sure,
we got it down.
for
Because
sure.
I got to keep you safe.
Yeah,
So I think there's just, I don't know if I wouldn't necessarily say a fear, but, you know, you just come to that safety mindset, which kind of just changes everything.
Yeah.
You know, with a boy, you a little more relaxed. You know, you got to make him to be able to protect
Right,
someone one
yeah,
day.
yeah,
So, you know,
yeah.
it's a little bit harder,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, girl dad is crazy, man. It's
Yeah.
different. It's different. It's a beautiful thing. It's hard.
Right.
'Cause it's a lot that, you know, we just naturally don't even understand or
Right.
have a level of like empathy and just like emotions, and you got to go there because she don't know you're a man, you're dad. You got to help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's no difference. All she know is I'm crying right now.
Yeah.
We got to work through this.
You the one to help me.
Yeah.
That, and nobody. It's you, Dad. It's you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. I think. I mean, so boy, dad through and through.
Yeah.
Me and wife, we not had no more kids.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
But I do think that, like, and even as I look at my hierarchy, I have my boys back to back. So I got an 11-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Fire.
And I find myself looking at my 10-year-old still from a baby perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they were both babies at the same time, 13 months apart.
Okay.
But he's still like, oh, he the baby.
Yeah. He the youngest. Yeah.
And like his brother, who's a year old, literally 1 year older than him, I expect to have it all figured out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, come on, bro. I don't give him the same grace as I give his little
Yeah.
brother, but I'm like, they're only a year apart. And I know from like a empathy perspective, it's like, no, you gotta be. And one of the things like gentle parenting, not gentle parenting like, if my kid deserves to get towed up, they gonna get towed up, right?
Yep.
But gentle parenting from a space of like being soft and having conversations with my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my wife told me early on, it's like, don't tell them what to do, talk with them about it.
Yeah.
Because your kids are very very much learners.
Right.
So I can tell you, do this, and my oldest is gonna say why. Not when I grew up, you said why.
Oh, it
what?
wasn't
Pow!
no,
Yeah,
no,
it wasn't no
yeah,
why.
There wasn't none of that.
And she was like, don't fault him for wanting to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Help him understand. Why shouldn't I touch that? Because it's hot, son. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Don't touch that.
Yeah.
I don't know why not to touch it.
Right,
Why should
right.
I touch that? And I can only imagine as a girl dad
Yeah.
that why, but no, really why?
Yeah.
But like why?
Man, I'm telling you, she 4 going on 14.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
even the questions that I'm getting asked already, and I'm just like, okay, the whys. You know, when you feel like you've given the answer and you don't have anything left, I gave you all the details I had, but why?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to go ask ChatGPT.
Yeah. help me out there.
You know what? But one thing about me, I'm okay with telling my daughter I don't know something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna find out.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna come back and tell you, and we're gonna figure it out together.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just figuring it out, man.
I'd say I want to ask you too about like co-parenting. I mean, be in a relationship with the mom, and then no longer in a relationship with the mom, but
Yeah.
you have this beautiful daughter that y'all got to raise together. Man,
Yeah.
how is co-parenting? What's some advice that you can give to brothers out there that may be co-parenting?
Yeah.
Because I can imagine there's difficulties there at times. There's difficulties in everything at times, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as a co-parent and public figure co-parent,
Yeah.
like how's that been working for you?
You know, fortunately, like we have a great relationship.
Mm.
You know, my daughter's mom is amazing. Like my daughter adores her. So, you know, I would say when it comes to men in the co-parenting space, you have to get outside yourself and think about the child first.
Yeah.
That will eliminate a lot of issues, regardless of the situation of how it went. Like you can control, you know, the moves that you make. And if you put your child first, I think it would avoid a lot of and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of different situations.
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate and blessed that we are in a great space. We both pride ourselves on maintaining that, and my daughter sees nothing but love on both ends.
Right.
If we're ever together, whatever, it's still love.
Right.
And I know it's not like that for everyone, but I would say, especially for men, because we're leaders, whether you're inside or outside the home, you're the leader of your child's life.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take on that perspective, there's a lot of things that your pride and ego, you can put aside because, you're focusing on the child.
Yeah.
Whether you're bitter towards the baby mama, or there was drama, or somebody did this and this, whatever, put that aside for a second. Only when it comes to this. That don't mean you got to really rock with them outside of that.
Right,
but when it comes to the child, you should be able to prioritize that. And I feel like as men being more analytical, men being more, to the point, we can control that space better.
Mm.
When a woman does get in more of an emotional space, or whatever it is, let's reel this back in because it's not about us right now.
Right.
Let's handle this and make sure this is good. And then if we beefing over here, cool.
Yeah. But the child, don't take that out on the child.
Don't take
I'm
that
mad
because
at you.
They didn't do anything
True.
for the situation.
True.
Whatever happened between y'all,
True.
and there's a million reasons why things don't work out. And that's okay. But you got to be adult enough to know that you brought a child into the world and they don't have a choice. So do your best to give them the best experience and upbringing collectively, because it took two to make the baby.
Correct. Yeah. Do you think you have that mindset because you've discovered self-worth and you've done self-discovery to where you man, I get it, to where others, say, they just might be, they don't think about,
they
just think about me versus.
I think fortunately for me, having my daughter a little older, I know made a difference. Mm-hmm. And then my dad and mom weren't together, but my dad was in my life my whole life. Mm-hmm. So that was a big thing for him. I don't care what's going on, I'm here for y'all.
Yeah.
And so, that was one thing that was instilled with me. If you're ever in this situation, you lead with love and respect for the mother of your children, no matter what. Mm-hmm. So I think I've maintained that, and I've tried to just kind of be a representation for other men going through it as well, or who may go through it in the future, because I mean, luckily I have my dad in that space. Yeah. I mean, not luckily, obviously you want you want the family together, but so I think just lead with love and respect and focus on your child.
'Cause one thing you think about, if you lead in a different way, what you're doing is showing your son or daughter how not to do it for the next generation. So they get to that point and they're like,
there's the cycle.
Yeah. And disrespectful, I'm disrespectful, or I'm going to accept disrespect.
Come on, and that's very big. And those are the things you got to think about when you got a girl. Yeah. I'm like, dang, okay. I have to watch what I do, because I'm already thinking ahead of when a man or little boy trying to come in your life. You nah, but my daddy opened my door.
For sure.
My daddy do this. My daddy do. Why you not doing that?
For sure.
I got to set the standard now, because, little knuckleheads ain't coming
to
get
you. So go what they say, blow her mind because they took her through, a drive-in theater.
No, we've been there.
Nah, we've been there. Yeah, yes, sir. Man, how do you think being in LA, right? This is a city of lights. It's a city of, they say La La Land, man. A lot of people get caught up here. They come here with one dream and leave with another.
Right.
How do you think being in LA has kind of helped you to find yourself, in a sense, find your lane, not because of how bad the city is, but because of the opportunities that are in the city?
Yeah, I feel like there's so many opportunities to try new things. Like you said, you may have come here with a dream and found something else. Now, don't lose your dream, but there's lots of opportunities to pursue things outside of it and that may support your dream. I think a big thing about LA, the money go quick. It is expensive.
That's why I live in Texas. Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you have to have, just make sure you have a strong enough foundation to support you pursuing your dream. And that could look, completely different, or doing things you never thought you would do. For me, I really didn't have a plan when I came to LA. You know, I wasn't interested in modeling. I was playing football. I was still chasing football. I came back from playing in Canada, in the CFL, and for me, I was like, okay, well, I'm just come here and train till camp come, you know, figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up just finding my way. You know, I was bussing tables. I was serving. I sold cars. You know, I've done a lot of things before I finally decided to go all in with fitness and build that up as well. But, yeah. LA gonna have you doing some things you never thought you'd do, but it's a lot of opportunity, and I think if you just stay focused on bettering yourself, then you can be okay.
Yeah, I mean, I come back to that same mindset you preach in regards to what you do for your clients.
Yeah,
stay focused, stay committed,
gains mentality,
stay dedicated to gains mentality.
Yeah, the gains in all that you do.
Let's get these gains, baby.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Let's get these gains.
yeah. All right, man. I got a couple more questions to ask you as we get ready to close out this episode of the check-in.
Yeah.
So I got this beautiful timepiece right next to me, man. Shout out Compass Timepieces, man. It's a black-owned, Swiss-made watch company based here in LA.
Okay.
And I love them because they show me what luxury looks like in a watch. But everybody's not into watches like I might be. What's one of these things, like LA is full of flashy things. What's something you got your eye on? It's like, ooh. One of these things. It ain't gotta be flashy, because it's dope. But
honestly, I'm not a real flashy guy.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. I don't really have too many materialistic aspirations. Like, especially, I don't know, having my daughter too. Like, I just, it's more so just security at this point.
For sure.
You know, and just building legacy and wealth, and just trying to grow as much as possible. So at the moment, I don't really have anything that I'm striving for materialistically. Is that it?
Yeah. Sure,
I had to run through that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I can't think of something off the top. But yeah, right now it's just in grind mode, man. Just growing the brand and continue to expand and reach as many people and help as many people as possible. Yeah, and just keep growing.
I love it, bro.
Yes, sir.
If you could live anywhere besides LA, where would it be?
I mean, I hear it's nice over there in Texas, man. I'm trying to trying to get over there with y'all.
It is nice, man.
Yeah.
I love being in Dallas. I'm originally from Houston.
Okay.
But Texas through and through. It's a good little town. But no, I love Texas, man. One of the guests that we had on this season, Charity Croft.
Okay.
Charity asked me, said, "Dre, when you moving to LA?" I said, "Never." I said, "I can come here and go back home."
Yeah.
I come here for a day, a week, couple weeks, however long we got to do to get the work done. When I'll go back to Texas because it's for me.
That's the thing about LA, man. It's a lot of people that say they're moving and going to other places, but there's always people coming.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
Always. So some people will stick, some people won't. But yeah, it's still a beautiful place.
It's one of the most beautiful places. You know, not a lot of places you can drive down the street and have palm trees on both sides of the street with a beautiful sky, sun shining. 75.
Come on.
Whenever y'all don't have these heat waves, because
it's been a little hot.
Yeah.
Or you can drive to the snow an hour up the road.
True.
Or you can be back at the ocean. Like,
True.
It's crazy.
Yeah, with the breeze, the ocean breeze coming off. Wake up in the morning, you can hit the water, hit the waves, hit the
That's
hit
what
the
you're
beach.
paying for.
Yeah, that is what you're paying for. Man, well, John, bro, I appreciate having you on here, this episode of the Check-In. Folks, what you got to do, like, subscribe, then share this story, because like I say, what we're doing all season, we peeling back the layers, right? We peeling back the layers for black men because, as I said when we start, we know ain't nobody going to check on us but us.
Right.
So we're going to do it on a check-in, all right?
Sir.
You got to finish the episode for me this way. You got to look right at that camera and repeat after me and finish the statement. Dear black man. Now, doesn't have to be profound, because we find that there's a lot of message in few words. Now, if it is profound, go ahead and take your time. But just a message to our community, to our brothers, because we find that pouring into our brothers has been really, really impactful over the last years that we've been on this journey of sharing stories from our community. So, repeat after me and finish the statement. Dear black man.
Right. Dear black man. Hold on. We got
Okay,
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we good.
Good.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna end it the same way I started it. Dear Black man, you are what you consistently do. So make sure you mean it.
Mean it. That's like just like that. We out of here. Another episode of the Check-In. Appreciate y'all tuning in with us. Looking forward to helping to change the world. And John is helping us to do that. So make sure you share this episode, and we'll see you guys on next week's episode.